Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Parkcast. It is I, your host, Brooding Gamer, here to talk with you about, well, a topic that I've kind of been thinking about ever since I saw the first shown picture of the rebirth Tyrannosaurus Rex. And that is, it may be an unpopular opinion, but as you guys can tell by the thumbnail, I think this may be the best Tyrannosaurus Rex we've ever received. Now, why, you may be asking. Now, there's pictures surfacing around the internet as we speak of a particular dinosaur called the lab lockdown Tyrannosaurus Rex. And it is giving us, in my personal opinion, the best look at a Tyrannosaurus Rex figure we've ever had since this bugger right here. Now, I'm not talking about playability wise, I'm talking about in looks. Now, the reason that this particular T-Rex, as you guys can see me right here, the red Rex from the Jurassic Park movie, the reason that that dinosaur did as well as it did, in my opinion, and from the opinion of others, not was because of the playability, but the fact that how iconic and how identical it looked to the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the film. Now, looking at this dinosaur, we now know, or as years went on, we did find out that this particular dinosaur, this red Rex from Jurassic Park, was a mold taken straight from the actual maquette that they used on the set of Jurassic Park. So that way people knew what they were looking at. Plus, when they made the animatronic and what they were drawing off of, they had a physical model to look at. Now, looking at the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Rebirth T-Rex, we're looking at something that we've not exactly seen this style of Rex before. Now, when we look at the other Jurassic World dinosaur or Tyrannosaurs that we've received in the past, which I'll be putting them on screen probably over in this area here, it has been, and of course my moderator is sending me updates as we talk here, but each Rex has always had pretty much the same exact look to it, and that is big feet, which I do have up in here somewhere. He's right there. You can see just the tip of his feet and his stance. I've got him in the original T-Rex roar pose, but they always have the same features, and that's really big feet to overcompensate for something, and also a much longer snout than needed. Now, we look at the T-Rex in Rebirth, and I have had people tell me, or I say people, my moderator, Pyro, he told me that this resembled more of the Bull Rex from Jurassic Park The Lost World. And I do have to agree with him. The head shape is not what we've had before. If you look at this Rex here, the head kind of starts at a, hold on one moment. Let me grab this guy. If you look at the design of this particular T-Rex, you have this part right here, which would be the back of the head or the skull, cranium, however you want to say it. And it goes straight down into the neck. Now, a lot of what we've seen these days is you have the crest, the eyes, and everything here, and then the mandibles. This area here is usually itself, and then there's like this part right here, the back, kind of pops up a little bit more to give us, the best way I can describe it. When you look at this, this is the iconic, the most best design we've ever gotten, in my opinion. But then when you look at the new Tyrannosaurus, he has a much larger back here where the cranium is. He has a much larger part to that. And that is not something we've really seen. This dinosaur, he doesn't have the classic arms that we seem to see on all T-Rexes now these days, where they just flare out for some reason. And looking at Hammond collection figure's not going to be the best idea because his arms have joints in the elbows. But the T-Rex that I'm looking at with the Rebirth one, his arms are automatically curled up into a position like this, and they're stuck that way. A lot of the T-Rexes that we have do give this, like, I call it the surfs up pose, where it just kind of flares out like they're surfing. Not my favorite look. And I do want to apologize for my voice. Like I said, I'm still getting over this. I'm starting to sound like Swerve when he used to talk about his aches and pains in every video he did. Love you, Swerve, but you did. This is like the one Rex that I've been looking at, and I think it's got smaller feet. which hopefully I have that picture up here on the screen. It's got smaller feet. It's got a more kind of a hunched back, like instead of it being like the Rexes that we get where they're always like this, he's actually more like, I don't even know how to do it. Actually, there you go. Pull that arm, that snout in like that. But it's got a better look to it, in my opinion. It's got more, instead of it's surfs up, dude, it's kind of pulled in like it's almost getting ready to like lunge like a raptor, because you know how the raptors always had that look where they would like pull back and then launch themselves, kind of like a slingshot. And I've noticed that the T-Rex, and it's not all of the T-Rexes, and while they all do have that like shorter snout, which I really appreciate, we've gone from about like this to like this. Well, that's an exaggeration, but even that, I think the snouts on the newer T-Rexes, like the Dominion and Chaos Theory, I believe their heads now, if you were to like cut this off, which don't ever do that, but if you were to like cut that part off, I feel like the Dominion head Dinosaur or Rexes and the Chaos Theory Rexes have a much longer snout. And if I had my other one, I would love to actually compare it, but I don't. I actually have been trying to get a hold of a Dominion T-Rex figure. That way I can just have one in the background there, just to go ahead, because I do want to eventually get all the Rexes that I can, especially the old ones, so that I can compare all of them here in the near future. But looking at it that way, there's something about this Rex, and even the lab lockdown one, he has like a much rougher skin tone. Like he's actually got the little individual bumps and ridges and everything that you would expect to see on a giant reptile. Unlike the colossal one and then the chomping one where his head like moves all around, which is really cool. Or you hit his tongue and his head like remembers something. I don't know. And his mouth lights up. I don't know what they love with dinosaurs and their mouths lighting up, but there's your fire-breathing Rex right there. But it's just something about it. It's just got probably the best pose, and I was sitting there looking through all the different the versions of the T-Rex for Rebirth, and I said I was going to get one of them for sure, and my original was just I was going to go ahead and get the one where you hit his tongue and his mouth snaps. I've 100% decided Lab Lockdown will be the T-Rex that I pick up and put on the shelf, along with a few other dinosaurs. And that does bring me to one point before I end this whole video, because I've rambled on 10 minutes almost about why I think this is the best T-Rex we've ever had. For one, I feel like the T-Rex, we always get these really long, skinny, and I'm sorry I keep using the OG as the model for all T-Rexes, but I'm just happy I got this, so I'm just constantly showing it off every chance I get, because it's such perfect condition. I love it when you find oldies in good condition, but they're always so dang long. Like, how long can we make the T-Rex? And I get that, but this one actually seems to be more short this way. He has a long tail, but the bodies are always like dachshunds. They're just long, but this guy actually looks really good. But the one point I wanted to bring up, I have received quite a few different comments where people are telling me, and I don't mean to be complaining by any means, because I know everybody wants to see me review, oh, we'll do this one or do that one. I've said a few times that I'm only going to be picking up the figures that I want in my collection. I was that type of person when Rebirth or Dominion came out. If it had the Dominion logo, I bought it, whether I wanted it in my collection or not. And doing that, it stressed me out because I had so much stuff in my collection, I didn't know what to do with it all. It helps now that I've now gotten to the mindset to open things instead of just keeping them in their packaging, because I don't know why I was doing that. I mean, as you can see, I'm now starting to open up pop figures, except for like certain ones. Those stay in the boxes. But thanks to Pyro and his fiance, they were like, let your stuff out of the box, man. Let them breathe. That way you can see and touch. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. So this guy right here, my Dominion Giga, was the very first pop figure I ever actually just decided to say, screw it, open. But anyway, we're going off track as usual for a Brooding Gamer video. Excuse me. I don't want to pick everything up just because it's got the logo in it. or the name on it. I don't want every single dinosaur in my collection just because it's a part of it. Let me fix my lighting here. Everything got so dark. That's too bright. Go one out. There we go. I feel like having everything just because it's there isn't fair to those around me who would much rather, let's say there's a Dilophosaurus there. I don't want it, but it has Rebirth logo on it, so I'm going to grab it. But then that one kid who comes up behind me who's like, well, I'm really excited for the Rebirth Dilophosaurus, but they're all gone. Now, some of you may be thinking or saying to yourselves, well, it's the same thing. Let's say you wanted that one Rex and there's only one Rex left. Well, the difference is I'm not just buying it to buy it. I'm buying it because I want to add it to the collection. And I'm going to buy it. But I'm buying it for a purpose, not just to have it. I guess you could say that's what a collector does. They buy it just to have it. I don't know. The way I look at it, if you guys want to see like a mass unboxing of every single dinosaur in the wave 1, wave 2, etc., go watch Collect Jurassic. He is probably one of the best. He's where I get all my information. Thanks Dominic, who also, Pyro, sorry, my moderator, who gets all that information from Collect Jurassic. So there's other amazing toy reviews out there like Collect Jurassic, Andy's Dinosaur Toy Reviews. One of my favorites, who I used to watch a lot when I was younger, is Jurassic Collectibles. You just flip-flop the one name with the other guy. Jurassic Collectibles, he's real fun to listen to. He's a real sweet guy. Sometimes he puts his kids in there, which is really cool. But he unboxes a lot of really cool figures as well. And he doesn't get that many views. He gets a decent amount, but not nearly as much as Collect Jurassic. So always good to give those smaller channels their views too, but like mine. But yeah, I don't want to pick up every little thing I see just because it says Rebirth. I have my select dinosaurs that I want to purchase, and then I have those that I purchase I will be unboxing. I've not decided if I want to do an unboxing per dinosaur or if I wanted to do a unboxing, like a big bulk unboxing. And I've been kind of debating doing the bulk unboxing. People seem to really be enjoying those when I've watched other YouTubers, and I'm like, people really do like it when they do the max unboxing. So I think I'll do that, or I'll try that with the first wave. It's going to be a little different with this, or difficult with the Supersaurus or the Titanosaurs. It's the Supersaurus because he's so big. He is massive, and they just released today the footage for the Titanosaur along with the Spinosaurus, and I think it was the Mosasaurus, super colossal Mosasaurus. So they had that, the Spinosaurus collector, or the little figure pack, with the Alan Grant version of the main character, because he's wearing the blue shirt and the khakis, which they really seem to love that style. And of course we got the official first look of the toy. I hope that that's not the main toy. I hope it's like a figure pack where it's like, you've got those off to the side. But I really hope that they're not doing that particular Distortus Rex, which, by the way, that name, I love the name. I've seen a lot of people who are like back and forth on it saying they don't love the name. They're not fans of it. I am. I'm sorry. Distortus Rex, it does sound a little weird, but when you think of it in technical terms, like the Distorted King, that does sound, I think I'm brooding. Hold on. I think Gaming Beaver said that sounded like a boss for like Elden Ring or something, and it does. It sounds so cool though. But when you have a dinosaur or a creature in this sense where they go in, they're like, oh, this is the Distorted King, and you're like, I'm in a park full of dinosaurs. Explain to me how this makes sense, but I can't wait to see it. Like, super excited. So much so that because of this, I started coming up with a big idea for Jurassic World Evolution 2, because I want to mod that. I finally have me a new PC where I can play the game on my PC. So I'm very excited to be able to play this game on my PC. Very excited to be able to mod it. Very excited to possibly share these with you guys. I've been wanting to do like a big park, modded park. So let me know if you guys would like to see that. I know Evolution didn't really do too hot on my channel during its lifespan for some reason. Like discussion videos you guys seem to be okay with, but gameplay you guys were like, eh. So let me know what you guys want. But I wouldn't mind doing a modded series on the channel now that I can do so, because I've got some ideas. A really cool idea. Very excited about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think below. Is this Rex something you guys think is going to be like the best looking T-Rex figure we've ever had? Because when it comes out, I am going to review it alongside other T-Rexes. I will not be reviewing it with, what was it, Rexy, Roberta. I say Rexy, other people are saying Roberta. I will not be reviewing it with the OG Classic because you just can't. You can't beat that. Yeah, in playability, people say this one's not the best, and it's not. This one is definitely a collector's piece to put up on a shelf. Let me know what you guys think below. Which Rex is your favorite? Do you think this one's gonna, blow them out of the water? That's where my opinion sets on this. But you guys have probably sat and listened to me ramble on for almost 20 minutes. So, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, of course, by all means, leave a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more Jurassic content, because we're always covering Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and Evolution and the rest of the films. And, of course, doing toy unboxings and toy hunts. So, until then, I will see you guys in the next video. This is Brooding Gamer, signing out.